Peace. Ali, coming back at you on behalf of SAliMyers.com. Alright, in this video, I want to talk about why you should place vices on your altar. Why you should place vices on your altar, specifically the Ancestor altar. Now, if you don't know what a vice is, vice are items that we use that may not be quote-unquote to our benefit. So this is tobacco, marijuana, alcohol, wine, candies, just anything that you can think of that society will more than likely tell you that is quote-unquote bad. So you may think, like, why should I place vices on my altar? And I want you to answer this question. Your ancestors, your bloodline, your entire bloodline, do you not think that you've had alcoholics in your bloodline? Do you not think you have drug abusers in your bloodline? Do you not think that you have gluttons in your bloodline? My point is, we all have ancestors that were dealing with earthly issues. You may have had an uncle for the last 50 times that he's incarnated, he had an alcohol problem. Now, when you transition, what most people call die, that desire for that vice doesn't just go away, doesn't just subside. What you notice when you leave the body is that you still have certain desires, and just because you don't have a body doesn't mean that you don't have that desire. So as opposed to getting a cup of alcohol, a cup of beer, or a glass of wine, and physically picking it up and drinking it, when you become a ghost, or when you become a spirit, or when you get out the body, you're still going to have the desire, but you notice that you can't do it the way you used to. So what these spirits normally do is they get around people and places that the activity that their desire is going on. So this is why you see a lot of spirits at bars where they drinking spirits. This is why you see people that were addicted to like sex and porn, they would be around a brothel or somewhere where there's a lot of sexual activity going on. So when you place vices on the altar, that's going to entice the ancestor, entice the energy to come feed off that altar so they don't go feed off somewhere else. The whole point of an altar is to draw energy to that altar, and then in return you get energy back. So I recommend highly that you place vices on your altar. Cigarettes, cigars, pipes, alcohol, whatever vice that you think your ancestors had, place that on your altar, and that becomes just another luring point or to draw that energy to that altar. It's not to say that you're like a supplier to the ancestors or something like that, like you're a pusher, but I'm telling you that the ancestor that already transitioned, they're going to be drawn to these items regardless. And it's best to do it in a controlled environment at an altar, as opposed to letting them just randomly go and attach to people and be in places where they're feeding off other people's energy. You can serve your ancestors better by just placing a vice on the altar. So this has been Ali. Hopefully this video has given you some clarity on why you should place vices on the altar. Now, if you're not comfortable with it, then pay this information no mind. But I've gotten this question enough where I know it warranted a video. If you want to find out more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my website, SAliMyers.com. If you're new to spirituality or require structure, support, and accountability, I highly suggest that you check out the Master Student Program. And that can be found at SAliMyers.com. Just click on events and then you can find the information for the program. Until next time, peace.